some of his tips with you guys.
Thank you very much, Andy. So, hello everybody, my name is Alex Mann, the company is XO3D, we've got a Keyshot team with us here today, and quite similarly to Jens, I'll be talking about the sort of emerging trends that we've found within the market, and also how we've adapted with the new sort of technologies that are coming in and how that's being utilised throughout the marketing space. So first of all, we'd like to show you a quick video. So who are XO3D? So XO3D are a team of multidisciplinary artists who utilise a range of software within our workflow. Keyshot does happen to be one of the main softwares we use, and obviously a lot of the content that we'll be showing you today is going to be geared towards that software. But it does feed into a lot of other 3D software that we utilise within the company, and that has various benefits as well. But yeah, we do primarily use Keyshot, and we are very much focused on animation and visual storytelling. And we're proud to say that we have a team that spans across 3 different continents, and we all work in various different parts of the business to deliver those results to our clients. So who do we work with? We are very fortunate to have a very diverse range of clients that have utilised our services, and it has been a real privilege of ours to develop these relationships and to work on a project by project basis with a number of repeating clients as well as new clients. And as you'll see there are some real cool names on that list, which we're extremely proud of. So we started originally in 2018, myself and my business partner Thomas, who put together the first website, and as we sort of grew, we started to acquire clients, mostly using Google to feed through with our SEO, and those efforts have rewarded us our results. And we took on our first full-time staff member in 2019, so we are a young company, and we're now a full-time team of 10. There's a couple of the team members here with us today, so if you have any questions after the talk or you want to explore any more of that, they'd be welcoming anything you have to ask. And we have an office space now just north of London in Stevenage, so very easy to get to as well. And we invite anyone to always pop in for a coffee if you fancy. So a bit about me. I actually went to Bournemouth University and did architectural visualization, so I've done that for a number of years, started with architects and using 3ds Max and Autodesk software, and have worked for several 3D companies in and around London. But at 25, I got bored of sitting behind the computer all the time, doing late nights and long hours. So went and off and did some travelling and met my wife, who now lives with me in Brighton, and we buy and renovate dilapidated property together, which is a lot of fun for us. But as you can see there, it does mean that I don't spend much time asleep. So yeah, as Andy mentioned as well, we were fortunate enough to be asked to appear on The Apprentice. We supported one of the episodes. The contestants would come to us, ask us to facilitate some design, which we did utilise Keyshot for as well. You know, the benefits of Keyshot are known to many different people, and obviously Jens has gone through a few of those already today. But that speed and that responsiveness meant that it was a perfect tool to use during the filming. So we were really pleased with how that eventually came out, and you've got the episode there as well, Pods, so if you do fancy watching it, go ahead over to BBC, it's still available, I believe. So we're going to talk about a bit of numbers and the sort of the growing importance within the digital advertising and marketing space of 3D and just the emergence of that market as well. You've seen throughout a number of years the growing trends within that space, and of course as phones develop and as all of this technology moves at an alarming rate, it has replaced a lot of those traditional forms of marketing, but not entirely. So according to a survey by a company called Bello, traditional marketing still accounts for the majority of marketing as a complete business assessment as of 2021, at about 56%, and digital marketing making the remaining 46%. But obviously that is industry specific as well. So within the digital space for certain industries, that can be almost 100% of their marketing and do no traditional marketing whatsoever. But by the end of 2010, the digital marketing industry was about 10 billion in value. And as of today, you can see that it's gone up to around 200 billion. So the growth is exponential, and we're just getting started. So if you are considering entering that 3D space, or you're bringing that idea of digital marketing into your workflow, or if you haven't before, it is an emerging market, and we are going to see more and more growth. So it's a great time to get involved, and we're just at the start. So some of the traditional marketing methods, as we all know, are limited audience reach. They're typically billboards or magazines, newspapers, more expensive, slower to adapt. And that's where 3D and digital marketing can really take its place, because you reach everybody. It's much more global, and the potential for high setup costs potentially, depending on where you actually sit within your own industry and whether you have a range of products. But once you do have that set up, it's very easy to adapt and quite measurable as well, because everything is fed back instantly, and easy to adapt to the emerging trends that evolve within the space. So why 3D? First of all, you get immersive and innovative visuals. You can really see beyond real. And that's what we talk about when we're doing 3D a lot of the time, hyper real, where you can get that detail that you just can't achieve in any other way. We can showcase innovation in ways that have never been done before. And that can be detailing, small features, close-ups, experiencing something that you just wouldn't be able to do with a 2D picture. It's interactive and often gives you a competitive edge. You can look within something as if you were holding it, but do it from that screen. It can be reused and adapted for colours, for changes, for developments. And the power of 3D technology has ever-changing scope. If we take a look first of all at Dyson, this is the first advert they ever put out.
Just something which depends on perfect airflow. It's a vacuum cleaner bag. To suck us in, air has to flow through the bag like this. Now let's add some dust. It's clogged the bag, reducing airflow and suction. The Dyson, the first vacuum cleaner with no bag. No bag and no loss of suction.
Not a bad advert, but obviously limited, probably quite expensive to hire that wind tunnel and get all of those things together. And if you see what they're doing today,
This latest feature of the lightweight vacuum solves pet hair problems. A new motor cleaner detangles hair. This one illuminates invisible debris. While pet dander and allergens are removed by Dyson's powerful motor, and advanced filtration catches them. Lightweight and trigger-free. Deep cleaning for homes with pets.
much more immersive. Something that you couldn't have done when they released that first advert. And the ability to showcase features and functions of a product, especially a digital product, are still only at the start of what could potentially be done. And with that in mind, we're talking about adding in an interactive experience when it comes to marketing. If you go and buy a car, no matter how good the advert is, likely you're going to want to test drive it before you drive it away. And that's what we're trying to add into this experience when it comes to shopping or to buying products online. Originally, you could start doing things like that, where you would have small animations, perhaps you could have a little color selector on the website and give you that initial feeling of being involved with the product. What we're trying to do now is go beyond this. So Keyshot, one of the features that it produces is the interactions. This one's a simple turntable on a single axis. We have all of these available because sometimes they are useful, but we're still trying to go beyond that. There are limitations, as you can see there, as it moves slowly around. You can render more frames, but it could be more time consuming, more render intensive, but you want a smoother experience. And even you can see there, as you move quickly, you can experience that quicker as your eye follows it, but we want to try and do something more. So we've started to combine these things, and you can go along to the XO3D website and have a look at this, but this is that interactive model that's coming out now as a GLB or a USDZ. One's for Android users, one's for iPhone, so you will need to be able to produce both. But you can have here set cameras, you can change the color, you can explore every option that you want before adding it to your basket and actually feel as if though you are test driving that product. But again, we want to go one step further. So Keyshot has a wonderful function which allows you to export AR and VR models. All you have to do is go along to the export section, choose a name. You can set your DPI for texture resolution. It has compression tools, and you can prefer whether you're doing something based on high geometry or whether you want to focus more on the textures that emerge. And just like that, you've got your AR model. And then you go across over to the XO3D website again. We've got a built-on 3D viewer. You drag your product in, and it comes with a bunch of different lighting scenarios that you can adapt. With a white product, you don't really want a Venice sunset, so you swap that out, and you can see how the product moves there smoothly, swiftly. This is just obviously for a bit of testing before you probably want to deploy it. And you've seen some of the features of the Keyshot export and web functions where you can adapt colors and things like that as well. But you know, you might want something, if you're a business, you want it unbranded, you want to put your own label on it. You don't want to limit yourself to those things, and all these adaptions can be coded within your own website, which is really powerful as well. So with that, I'll invite you to have a little go. So if you're an Android user, you'll be able to have an experience of that AR product within your phone, which will be a little VR experience. And then in the bottom right, you've got a camera button, which will allow you to project it out of your phone as well. And if you're an iPhone user, you're going to get an experience with a set of Sony headphones. So you should be able to project that onto the floor. You can bring it closer to you, you can rotate it. But once you've set that point, it will be fixed. And if you walk around that product, it will stay where it is. And this brings shopping into your home like never before. You're able to actually see something in your own home and decide whether or not it fits. It's a tool that is ever emerging, as we said, and growing in quality as it comes out. And we've already seen some amazing benefits of these tools. So within the retail space, you can see there, if you have an AR product and you're able to see it within your own home, there is a 60% higher chance that you will actually convert that sale. If you were to speak to these people, as the survey fed us back our data, some shoppers, up to 72% of shoppers, purchase items they hadn't originally planned to purchase simply because they were able to utilize that function. So if you are selling a product, or if your clients are coming to you with some sort of hope for more sales, which you'd hope they would do if they're coming to you for the marketing, utilizing a tool like this can give you unbelievable results. And if the biggest company in the world is using it, everything that Apple do, as Jens has already alluded to, is done with 3D. The experience that you can have with interactive models by changing the colors, looking at different sizes, moving it around, feeling like you're holding that product or test driving that car is unrivaled by any other medium. But surely it's not that easy. And you're right. In order to export these models, although Keyshot makes it very easy, a lot of work has to go in before you take it into one of these softwares. If anybody uses modeling packages or CAD packages, unfortunately, typically when a CAD package comes out, it is not designed for the kind of 3D work that we do. It's fantastic for manufacturing, they're able to make their molds and do their prints, but there are so many rules and techniques that are required to get that AR model working perfectly. And funnily enough, a GLB file, which is exclusive to Android, are much easier than the secret Apple functions that were developed by Pixar with the USDZ. And it requires a hell of a lot more preparation to make those USDZs work. So, I mean, I could go into all of the different parts of it, but for example, there are pivots for each part. You have to think about whether or not you're doing this as if you were making it in reality. You have to ensure that all of your parts have correct separation, that all of the faces and edges are welded, that your mesh is smooth and collected. But there are a lot of rules, and don't worry about it. If you want to head over to the XO3D website, we have an entire blog that will teach any of you aspiring 3D artists exactly how to prepare those models and make sure that they're going to come out the way that you need them to look. And then all you do is drag it into Keyshot, apply your textures, and hopefully it will export correctly. I say hopefully. So just before we get to the end of our sort of presentation, I thought I'd show you a few more of our works that we've rendered using Keyshot. I won't lie and say all of the modeling or all of the simulation is 100% done in Keyshot, but the majority of it is. So hopefully you enjoy it. So this is the Noesis Florio, which actually won Best of CES at Las Vegas last year. This was presented at CES as one of the robot hoovers that were there. We were fortunate enough to fly out to Las Vegas for the show. They gave a keynote speech and they were very happy with the final result, and so were we. This is a medical company that are producing a new machine that I think is on sale now, but it's all to do with sort of skin health and was based on a Volvo advert that we saw. But it's not just product animation that we focus on. We often do interior animation as well. And this is a new design by a company named Allwood.
Introducing Modulite by Allwood. Modulite is a new, versatile and flexible solution for creating dynamic spaces for your ever-changing needs. Modulite is a unique circular block that's made from recycled wood panels with a newly developed connection system. Modulite clicks together without the use of tools and equipment. Creating functional and creative spaces has never been so easy. Modulite offers a sustainable system for constructing pods, partitions, acoustic ceilings, various types of furniture, and much, much more. The same Modulite blocks can be used to create many other elements, making Modulite a truly versatile and unique product. Modulite is a system that is easily adaptable and evolves with your workplace. Modulite, creating space your way.
So yeah, obviously they asked me to feature as a bit of a cameo in that one, which we're happy to oblige, but it came out quite well, as I hope you all agree. So where do we see this going? Well, these AR, VR technical models and exports and experiences, at the moment, we're doing through our phone and through our devices, but with the Quest and the emergence of the metaverse and these other immersive experiences, we believe that now is the time to be preparing and getting involved and looking at trying to turn your products into something that can be used within this space. And with this new technology, it's only going to be improving and developing before they start introducing the augmented reality versions where it's just within your peripheral vision. And we've actually seen some really cool ideas for adverts that will just appear. It will be a still advert on the bus stop or something like that, and you'll be in your augmented reality glasses, and things will just sort of start popping out at you like Minority Report. So whether that's a good or a bad thing remains to be seen, but either way it's coming. So if you are getting started and you're looking to bring some of these things in-house, or whether you're just deciding that you want to explore the option of using something like Keyshot, I would definitely say that starting with modeling and understanding how to produce that actual file is the best place to start. And with something like Keyshot that is so easy to use and so drag and drop, it really does give you a great introduction into the 3D space. So that would definitely be where I would start if you were coming into the space. So yeah, now I'd love to open up the floor to any questions at all. If you have anything you'd like to ask. Wonderful, must mean I've covered everything. So, as you've seen, we believe that 3D is only going one way. You've seen the percentages of increase of engagement of how many more companies and how the biggest companies in the world are utilizing this technology, and I invite you all to do the same. So thank you very much for listening, and yeah, I'll be here for the rest of the day, so lots of cheers. And so, for whether you have a CAD file or not, hopefully you do, otherwise you won't be able to partake, but if you scan that QR code and follow us on Instagram, the first 3 people to do so will receive a free AR, VR model from our team of your product. So just send us an email to that info app with your product, and we would be happy to send that out to you for testing. Thank you.